Happy lunch hour, gang. Okay, it's Monday, and we're going to have a little bit of fun for this one. Those of you that have watched this channel for long enough know that I'm a fan of technology, current cutting-edge technology, and also 200-year-old technology. Okay, if you go through my house, my shop, my garage, you'll see cutting-edge stuff. You'll see 200-year-old stuff, okay? Tools that I can use. Why? Because none of us know what's going to happen in an SHTF event, okay? None of us knows what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know if all the fancy stuff we have now is going to work, or if we're going to have to go back to hand plows or hand drills, whatever, right? I'm betting probably a lot of you are similar, that you have redundancy built into your preps. Okay? If this works, great. If it doesn't, great. But here's the catch. We don't know if that's ever going to happen. We don't know how things are going to affect us. So maybe it does make sense to have some of the cutting edge stuff as well as have some of the old school stuff. We don't know if all of a sudden they decide to shut off the power altogether just because they want to. You know, we'll reduce the amount of power you can use. You get to use electricity for 1 hour a day, right? You know, that's it. No EMP, no nothing, just a tyrannical government, kind of like the one we have now. So what do you do on yourself? Well, we've talked about solar power for a couple of years now on the channel, and all sorts of different solar generators, small, medium, large, you name it, right? And then we get cutting edge technology. I'm going to show you something that's cutting edge. It's funny because a couple of weeks ago on a live stream, somebody asked me if I knew about this, what I thought about it. And I said, funny you ask. Because it's sitting 2 feet away from me. It is. This is what it is. This is an EcoFlow DeltaPro Ultra. This is the newest solar generator on the market. It's very similar, yet completely different than anything else you've ever seen. Okay? As you can tell just by the design of it, it's different. And I'm going to explain just a couple of things first. This is not a portable generator. I mean, it can be. It comes with a trolley that you can roll it around on there. But the two components here, which is one inverter and one battery, combined weigh about 180 pounds. You're not going to be carrying this around, moving it from place to place. Okay? Maybe you can roll it around a room on the wheels, but you're certainly not going to pop this in the back of your car when you're trying to bug out. This is something for where you're going to be. What's this primarily going to be used for? Well, in my opinion, this is certainly not something for everybody. Okay? It's way more than most of us need. Way more than some of us need, let's put it this way. If your intention is to power your entire house, and by entire house, I mean everything, from your HVAC to your well pump to your oven to your water heater to the lights to the dishwasher to the washer and dryer to God knows what, this is the way you want to go. And I'm going to explain why. First off, I said this is very different. This is not a self-contained one-piece unit. This is actually two separate pieces. It's heavy, otherwise I'd show you. I can take them apart, okay? But it's a two-man lift. You have to have an inverter. There is no battery capacity whatsoever in this top piece. That is the inverter. This is the battery, okay? One. You can connect 5 of these batteries to one inverter. Each one of these batteries is 6,000 watts. So that means you could connect 30,000 watts to one inverter. To give you comparison, you have seen my DeltaPro setup that I have for my house. It's 2 generators, so I can get 240, and 4 batteries. I've maxed out capacity. That gets me 21,000 watts. So right here, this could be 50% more just with one inverter. Oh, yeah, you can hook 3 of these together and have 90,000 watt capacity. That's why I say this is not for everybody. You don't have to go that far, okay? You can hook up 1, 2, 3, 7, 12, however many you want, okay? But that's what your capacity limit is. Go look at your electric bill and see how many watt hours you use in a month. This will cover most of it on one charge, okay? If you want to never have a power outage again, I mean, unless the sun burns up and then you don't care because we're dead, this will suit you fine if you want to expand it that far. And again, like I said, you don't have to. It's just you have that capacity, that capability to do it. For some respects, it's your basic same technology type generators, right? You have your 110 volts, you have your 30 amp fuse or plug to hook it up to your RV, no problem. But then there's the catch. You recognize that? That's a 240 input. Okay, kind of like I showed you on that video the other day where I connected 2 generators together and then ran my dryer. Okay, here you don't need 2. That in itself will run 240 off of that battery. So now you have half the footprint, but you can run 240 in your house with 1 inverter and 1 battery. The end. Those 2 features, the expandability and the ability to run 240 off of 1 unit, are the cutting edge of what we've got going on now. Okay, that is what sets this apart from anything else on the market. And again, I'm going to say that this is not for everybody. Now, the question comes up, of course, all the time is, well, gee, I just started putting together a whole DeltaPro system. I'm not going to scrap that whole idea and all the money I put into it and put this system in, right? Same here, okay? I mean, I spent time, money, etc., get that whole thing installed. It works good. I'm good with it, okay? I'm not going to expand to something this big. I don't need to, okay? What I have now completely covers my needs. My house isn't that big. Maybe you have a bigger house. Maybe you have a bigger family. Maybe you have a small business. And when I say that, think about this. What if you're the only grocery store in town and suddenly you now have a way to keep refrigerators running? And all of a sudden, people who have, I don't know, cows or chickens or hogs, deer, have somewhere around to sell their product to other people. You are now the economy. Yeah, you might be able to do something. Just saying. Let's say you own something like that. Just an idea. But you could think of a lot of things to do. You know, you're the welder. You're the small engine mechanic or car mechanic or whatever, and you need, I don't know, a welder runs on 240, for example. Things like that. You know, that might be a good skill to have. There's reasons that people would want something like this. Am I going to replace my system? No. However, all the batteries and all the generators that I have for my DeltaPro system, by the way, are compatible with this. One adapter from EcoFlow will take all those batteries and connect into this. Now, there is a downside to this, and I think EcoFlow will eventually figure this one out. You've seen my setup, and I have the smart panel hooked into my house. So I have 10 circuits in my house that run my well pump, my water heater, power, refrigerator, that sort of stuff, right? Okay. You need a different smart panel to work this one. It's a smart panel 2, go figure. Okay. This is what I find is a downside. 90,000 potential watts of power, and the Smart Panel 2 only has 12 circuits. Is that the way I'd go? No, if I have that much power, I'd have either an inlet box or a transfer switch somehow hooked up to plug this in to my main breaker box so I can power everything. Kind of the same way that a Tesla Powerwall would work or a Generac would work, something like that. That would be the way to go. I don't think they thought it through with 12 circuits. That's not a big enough improvement. I've got something like 30 in my house, okay, maybe 40, I don't know. There's a lot, okay? I really don't care that if my doorbell is hooked up to solar. It's not that important to me, okay? But it's not important at all. But so this is an option for you. Now, I will tell you this. It ain't cheap, okay? You know that. Right now, Wellbots has one inverter and one battery on sale for $57.99. It's a lot of freaking money, okay? Now, to give you an idea, if you want to run 240, right now you could get 2 Delta Pros for probably around $5,000, okay? Thereabouts. Depends, the prices fluctuate wherever you go. So yeah, this is a little bit more expensive than the Delta Pro. It has a smaller footprint and it's more expandable. However, you guys know Elliot, and he's always trying to help us out. For a week, between today and next Monday, the 26th, they are giving us $1,000 off the setup, okay? The coupon code is below. If you're interested in this, save $1,000. Good deal, okay? If you're interested in upgrading your system, you're going to start building a system, you never got too far with the Delta Pro system and you want to go bigger, okay, here's the way to go. Okay. One good thing about Delta Pro is, or EcoFlow, they didn't make the old stuff obsolete when they came out with something new. They figured how they could integrate. Good idea. Okay. The other thing that Elliot did, and I greatly appreciate this, you guys know I don't get paid to do any of these. I mean, I've been asked, and I said, if you want to do anything, you donate money, okay, to a charity. And you all know that my favorite charity is the Gary Sinise Foundation, okay? Take care of our troops that are coming home blind, deaf, missing arms, legs, whatever it would be. Gary Sinise Foundation takes care of them. Elliot told me that they are going to, during this promotion, donate 3% of total sales to the Gary Sinise Foundation. That's a good deal. I greatly appreciate that. They have my sincerest thanks for helping my fellow vets out that maybe didn't come home in one piece. Okay. I appreciate that. I hope you do too. Now, as per normal, we do a giveaway every time I do this. All the time when I do the giveaways, it's whatever I review. This time I made an exception. This is very new technology. I've got what you just saw is probably one of the first setups that came off the manufacturing line. Okay. It worked great, by the way, no problems. Charges fast. It was 2.5 hours to charge 6,000 watts via AC. Charge via solar, the same panels you've already got, everything works. Powered everything up, 240 worked, whole 9 yards. I don't need me to show you plug it into my dryer or hook a lamp into it. You guys have seen enough of that from me already. You know they work. But because this is so new, you have limited availability of them at this point. And so Elliot and I discussed this because we can't give one of these away. What we're going to give away tonight, or today, or on this video, tomorrow night actually, is going to be a EcoFlow DeltaPro. So a big generator, 3,500 watts of power, you can start building. And if you ever wanted to go to this, that'll connect, okay? So it's still part of what would work with this. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a Delta Pro. We'll give it away tomorrow night, Tuesday, on a live stream at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. Nothing has changed, okay? In order to enter to the drawing, you must live in the lower 48 states, okay, contiguous U.S. You must put a comment under this video, and this video only, primary comment, no replies, okay, with the state in which you live in and your local/favorite Major League Baseball team. Spring training's about to start, so that kind of came in. I know, I don't watch baseball or whatever it is, just something to add in there to keep the professional contest enterers out of here. Okay. We'll go through the random comment picker tomorrow night, just like I always do. Draw a name. Person will have 3 minutes to acknowledge their presence in the live stream. We'll go on. I will say the same thing I said last time. Please make sure that the name that you put the comment under in this video is the same as how your name shows up in a live stream. If you want to check real quick, make your comment under this video, and when it says Joe Blow, Minnesota Twins, okay, great. Go into anybody's live stream in the next 36 hours and type a comment. Just say hello in somebody's live stream, and just make sure the name that shows up says Joe Blow. It doesn't say, Banana Pepper Prepper. If it does, then you need to go fix that. I'm not going to chase down and try to make sure somebody's names match, okay? If it's close, I'll look. If it says Joe Blow and Joe Blow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll check. But if it says Joe Blow and Banana Pepper Prepper, no, I'm not going to look, all right? That'd be done. So, onus is on you to make sure you get that taken care of. I know people get pissy about it. I don't care. That's pretty much how that's going to work, okay? My game, my rules, okay? You can play by them or not. It's up to you. Okay? There is no entitlement on this channel, period. There is no entitlement in my life, period. And I'm not going to make any exceptions. So, once you do all that, show up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and we will give away a DeltaPro. If you're interested in this, the coupon code is below for the $1,000 off. Donation to Gary Sinise Foundation will come from Wellbots. But if you want to play with a little bit of cutting-edge technology, there you go. Have a good one, gang. Pinball out.